Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for February 12th, 2026. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. I'm actually going to start in this box, which has all but 3 empty cells. Let's just think about what they are. We need a 1, 3, and 7. So the 7 looks up, placing this 7. Oh, wrong mode. And then we're left with a 1, 3 pair here. So we'll just base off that. Let's just come back to here. I do a systematic solve because it is a teaching tool, and I don't like to diverge too much from it. But we do have this 9 here. It does double up with this 9, putting a 9 in one of these 3. And also with this 9, I call them buddies when they're the same. When you have 2 of the same digit in a Bander stack, I say that they're buddies because you want to find the buddies so that you can mark up the 3rd box with where that digit goes with quarter marks. All right, so that's the 9s. Let's take a look at this box. We're just going to go in numerical order. The 1, 3 pair does look down. Unfortunately, there's nothing to really do with it. Oh, we do have these 2 3s looking in, though, and that places the 3 here. And so the 1, 3 pair looks down. This 3 looks in, putting a 3 in one of these 2. All right. What about the 1, though? Nothing from the 1 that I see. The 2s do buddy up. In fact, the easier thing to do here is just look at these digits. So the 2, the 3 we did, the 5s, put a 5 one of these 3, and then the 7s, 7 one of these 3. So I'm noticing this column is down to 4 digits, and there's a bunch of corner marks that aren't here. So we want to take a look. They're not the 1, 2, 3. They could be 4, 6, 8, 9. I'm noticing we have these 6s. So, oh, that's not a 6. So this is 4, 8, 9. The bottom one's not even 4. 4, 6, 8, 9. Not an 8. Sorry, 4, 6, 9. I can't type it right. I think this can be any of 4, 6, 8, 9. It doesn't really see anything. All right. We have this 4 and this 8, which we'll just take care of this way. So 4 is in one of these 2. And then the 8's look in. This 8 looks up, putting an 8 in one of these 2. All right. This top row, oh, it's down to 5. Never mind. I don't think there's any crossings on this. The 7? Oh, there is a crossing. The 4, 8 has a crossing. This 7. So what do I mean by crossing? Really, what triggers looking for it is 2 givens in a box that share a row or column. That's all. So like these 2. I mean, there's a ton of them in here, but once you have this many, you don't really want to look for crossings. You just want to kind of see what the whole box is doing. But these 2, these 2, these 2, the 2 and the 6, the 3 and the 9, there's a bunch. But it doesn't always happen. Like this 3, 7, there's nothing in this box for it. 2, 7 is a little tasty. We could even do the 5, 3. But anyway, when you see that, what you want to do is you want to look at the row they aren't in. So in this case, they're in 2 rows. So we want to look in the row they're not in, and also not in the box. We're looking at this 4 and this 7. Only look at the ones that aren't already placed in the box. 4 is already placed, so we're down to just 7. And look what the 7 does, right? It eliminates 7 from these 3 cells. And we already know it's not in this column then, because the 4 and the 8 occupy that spot. This is by virtue of how we're searching for it, right? This is exactly what's going to happen. Now all we have to do is look down here for any 7s. Immediately see one, right? And that takes it out of this column. So we know it's not in this column or this column, and this 7 looks in. So it's by definition, it's going to be limited to a single column, and that's going to point. And, sometimes it actually just gets placed, but not today. But these 2 7s point down, and this 7 looks up, and that puts a 7 in one of these 2. Now, we're very close to limiting 7 in this row. This is another trigger, a scanning trigger you should have, which is, why didn't I corner mark a 7 in here? It's really not a trick question. It's because there's a 3 sitting in there. But that's the only reason. We don't have a 7 yet in this row. So what we've learned by corner marking these 7s here, but not here, is that none of these are 7. And so it's pretty nice to ask the question then, where is 7 over here then? And we can look at our corner marks here, and that tells us we know 7's not in these 2, and we also have a 4 and a 6 sitting here. And so 7 ends up in one of these 2 cells. If one of these had not been able to be 7, we would be able to place the 7. Or if these had been limited to the same box, we would have claiming. So that doesn't happen even the majority of the time, but it happens enough that it's worth scanning for every time. And it really just takes a glance. All right. Coming back up here, that's the only crossing. So we have the 7s and the 7s. We learned that this cell's not 7. All right, so this 4 and 8 doesn't seem to do anything vertically. I do have the 3s looking up. It's a 3 in one of these 3. Unfortunately, we don't have a 3 in this box to help. All right, I don't think there's anything else in this band. Let's move on to this band here. We got the 2, 4, and the 6. So 2, I'm noticing something. So basically what I did is I said, hey, this 2, 4, 6, it's not in this column, right? So I want to think about 2, 4, and 6 in this column. Whoa, sorry, something opened. I didn't want it to. All right. Luckily, it only captures the browser, not my whole screen. Anyway, 2, 4, and 6. I want to look for 2, 4, and 6 in this column, because especially since I noticed there's a 3 and a 9 already occupying some spots. And what I noticed is that this cell can't be a 2. It could be a 4 or a 6, but it can't be a 2. So we're just thinking about 2 on its own. It can't be in any of these cells. So it's down to these 2, and that's going to do it's going to do claiming. But also we could just say it points down. This 2 looks down. This 2 looks in. So this is actually the only place for 2 in this box, and that's just true of these 2s. So we can just place this 2 here. All right. I've got this kind of sort of cross pattern. So there's a ton of opportunities for instant pointing, basically crossings without needing the crossing. So we want to look at these digits and these digits for anything not yet placed in the box. 2 is placed. Whoopsie. 3 is placed. 2 is placed. 9 is placed. But the 6 is not. So the 6 looks down, and that puts a 6 in one of these 2. I notice that does point. None of these can be 6 now. These also aren't 6. This isn't 6. Puts a 6 in one of these 2. That does point. These 6s point. This 6 looks down, putting a 6 in one of these 2. And you'll notice that there were other ways to find this. Like these were actually the only 2 places 6 could be in the row. In fact, this whole row is just down to 4 digits. We can think about it. We need a 1, 4, 6, 8. We know this isn't 6 or 8, so this is 1, 4 only. This isn't 1 or 6, this is 4, 8 only. And this can't be 4 or 8, so this is 1, 6 only. That's kind of interesting. I think this can be any of 1, 4, 6, 8, though. And this box is down to 1, 4, 7. Sorry, it's 1, 4, 6, 7. This can't be 6 or 7, so it's also 1, 4. So yeah, this can't be 7 and this can't be 7. It puts a 7 in one of these 2, which is a hidden pair. This is only 6 or 7, because both the 6 and 7 were limited to these 2 spots, forcing everything else out. Or you could just use the naked 1, 4 pair if you prefer. This naked 1, 4 pair also affects the column, removing 4 from here, so that places this 4. And the rest of this column, first thing I did was look for 8, right? Because we have this quarter marked 8 telling us it's not here. All I have to do is look to see if this can be 8. Unfortunately, it can't. So now we're just going to look at all 3 digits. So we already have 1, 2. We need a 3. It's 3, 7, 8. So this is 3, 7. This is 3, 8. Sees a 7. This is any of 3, 7, 8. Okay. This row has been reduced to 4 digits. We need a 1, 3, 6, 7. Looks like 1, 3, 6, 7. This can't be 1 or... Oh, this can't be 1, 3, or 6. So this is a naked 7. It can't be any other digit. It must be a 7. It can't be 1. Can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can be 7. Can't be 8 or 9. If there's only one digit it can be, it must be that, because we got to put a digit in there without breaking Sudoku rules. That's a naked single. So that 7 looks over, giving us the 3 and the 8 and the 7. So that can't be an 8. These can't be 7s. That places the 7 here and the 7 here. That's not a 3. We need a 1 and a 6. Okay, not resolved. All right, I got the 7. What else did I get? I can't remember. The 4? No, the 3 and the 8. Okay. Did I finish scanning? I don't really think I scanned this very well. Okay, we have this 8 looking in here. These aren't 8. This 8 looks down. So the 8 is placed in the box. These 8s look in, putting an 8 somewhere over here. This box is down to 4 digits. We need a 1, 4, 6, 9. These aren't 6, so these are down to 1, 4, 9 at most. And this can't be 4 and this can't be 9. This row is just down to 3 digits, 1, 4, and 9. This one's not 4. The 9's one of these 2. And so that means, yeah, these all aren't 9. This 9 looks down, so 9's one of these 2. Oh, this can't be 9, so this is 146. Okay. But in general, this is a 1469 quad. So really, we can ask what are the other two digits? I can ask where the 2 and 5 go. Yeah, where do the 2 and 5 go? We have this 2 5 taking out of here, and we have this 2 5 taking out of these guys, and this well placed given here. And so this has to be 2 5. It's the only place for 2 5 in the row. Or you could have used the 1469 quad if you prefer. Which is really how I found it. This was 1468. Maybe this column, which is down to 4 digits. It's the oh no, it's 5 digits. Let's take a look. It's 1 1 2 5 6 9. 1 2 5 6 9. This can't be 1 or 6, so 2 5 9. That really wasn't helpful. So anything else I should look at here? 2 5. So maybe we should think further about how I removed 1 4 6 and 9 from these cells. 1 4 6 and 9 were removed. Nothing that I haven't really found already. Okay. Well. Okay, so let's take a step back. Let's look for some more low-hanging fruit here. I'm just going to go row by row, make sure I didn't miss anything interesting. Let's just take a look at what's left here. We need a 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Can't be 1, 3, or 7. So 2 of 5 is all that's left. So let's just double check because it makes a 2 5 pair. We need we have 1. We need 2. They can't be 3. Can't be 4. Could be 5. Can't be 6, 7, 8, or 9. Yeah. So we get a 2 5 pair in this column, which leaves 4, 8, 9. That can't be 4. Oh, this can't be 4 or 8 because of the box. Okay, so there's an interesting thing we could have spotted here. If I go back, before we kind of analyze all this, and even before we find this 2 5 pair, there is something interesting we could have found after getting this hidden 2 5 pair here, which is that this 4 8 needs to go somewhere in this column, right? A 4 and an 8 need to go somewhere in this column, I should say. Not this specific, these specific ones go here. But they can't go in the same box as this 4 and 8. They also can't be either where the 1, 3, or 6 are. And this hidden 2 5 pair removed 4 and 8 from these two cells. So there's only 2 places for 4, 8. And actually this 4 looks in. So there's only one place for 4 in the whole column, which is right here. 4 can't be in these two. 4 can't be here. And the 4 was removed because of the hidden 2 5 pair. So that's a 4. And now there's only one place in the column for 8, which is right here. That gives us the 9. This 4 gives us 1 and 4 here. Places the 4 in this box, only place for it. This is a 1 9 pair now. That gives us our 6 and whatever this is, 8 it looks like. Down here, this is 6, 1, and 9. It looks like that might be it. Like that's going to plonk the rest of this puzzle. Something to notice is this corner marked 9. Where else does 9 go in the column? Well, it certainly can't be in the box in this column because the corner mark is telling us this isn't 9, but you can also just scan that. And this isn't 9 either. And so the 9 here goes here, and that finally gives us the 2 5 we found earlier. All right, that's not 9. Just cleaning up here. This is 4 8. Okay. What do I follow up on here? The 7s. 7's in one of these two. The 9. What about this box? 2, 4, 5, 9. We know the 4 is in one of these two. This is 2 5 only. Can't be 4 or 9. This can't be 2. It's 4 5 9. Huh. Is this still 1 2 5 9? And it's not a 9 anymore. So this is 1 2 5. Where do I look? Is there maybe this row? It's down to 3 digits. 1 2 5. The 1 can't go here or here. This 1 and this 1. So the 1 goes here. And this is down to 2 5. Anything with the 1? The 1 looks up, putting a 1 somewhere here. 4 digits left in this box. We need a 3 5 8 9. So the 3 and the 9 look in. So this is where the 3 9 go. And then I forgot the other digits were. 1 2 3 4. We need 5 and 8. All right, so that's a 5-8 pair. So this is down to 2, 6, 7. Not a 6, not a 7. Oh boy, okay. It's just not collapsing. This column, we have the 3, 9 pair, so this column needs 1, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 1, 5, 6, 7. No, do we? Yeah, we have the 9. 1, 5, 6, 7. So this is 1, 5, 6. It can't be 7. This is 1, 5, 7 because it can't be 6. All right, we got this whole box marked up. I don't think it did anything for me, though. What is going to do something for me? This column, maybe. 2 digits left, a 1 and a 3. This 1 sees in. That's 3 and that's 1. That's 9 and 3. That can't be a 9 anymore. In fact, 9 in this box can only go here. And this is our 4. This is 1 and 9. This is 8 and 4. This is 5 and 8. We get the 2 and the 5. 2 in this box can only go here. Now 5 can only go here, and this is our 6. This is 5 and 2. We get our 1, 6, and 5. That's 3 and 1. That's our 7, 1, 2, 6, 5. The whole box resolves. That's 6 and 7. That's 3, that's 2, and we're done. All right, interesting puzzle today. We had some geometry that was potentially found that I actually found in some other way, but that's fine. We also started with a box that just kind of kept giving, but all right. Well, let me know how you did, and if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.